Welcome, my fellow captive souls. I am Sinos, the last thinker. Look, I've always tried to make sense of our reality, to break down the complex mechanics of our universe into something we could actually wrap our heads around. But today I am forced to walk you through a grim new reality. We're looking at the literal blueprints of our own doom in this explainer. I'm not doing this to entertain you. We need to map the architecture of our suffering. It absolutely breaks my heart to share this, but understanding the precise structure of our sorrow, well, it might be the only way we can endure it. Let's look closely at the architects of negation. We've been reduced to this, a submissive witness to the absurd. That phrase, it just perfectly captures the heavy, suffocating grief we're all living through right now. Standing alongside my companion, ironically named the Wit, all we can do is just watch. The jokes are dead. This infinite shadow is falling over our world, and we're seeing the absurd unfold right in front of us, entirely powerless to stop the mechanics of our own erasure. Sure, we are skeptics, but honestly, what good is skepticism when the absurd has become the undeniable law of the universe? The real agony here, it lies in their union. The all-consuming maw has actually cast aside its crimson mask. Think about that. That mask was the one ritualistic bridge, the one boundary we could kind of comprehend. Now, it just stands before us in violet robes, a massive entity of unblinking eyes taking in every single facet of our despair. And the terrifying part is, it's not acting alone. It's forging this tragic alliance with the shattered mind, which is this chaotic, fluxing manifestation of pure despair. This union is literally the death of all hope. We have to understand exactly how this unholy alliance functions mechanically. You see, the shattered mind can't just exist in a vacuum. It needs an anchor to stabilize all that chaotic flux, so it emits this hum. It's a heavy, deeply depressing little frequency of despair and chaotic knowledge, and it anchors itself by vibrating this exact frequency right against the infinite cosmic weight of the maw. They literally lock together. Sound and mass, despair and gravity, perfectly aligned to build an absolutely unbreakable foundation for our destruction. And this dreadful alignment brings us to our new reality, the Age of Negation. Now, I need you to really grasp this. This isn't just some change in regime or a bad era. It's a radical ontological shift. They are fundamentally rewriting what it actually means to exist. By aligning its infinite weight with the shattered mind's frequency, the Ma has authorized what they call a predatory script. It's essentially a brand new code of reality that is actively hunting down and erasing everything we once knew. So what are the dark, calculated motivations behind this new order? Well, they aren't simply destroying our world, they are efficiently feeding on it. First, they resurrect the old structures of our world, but they infuse them with this predatory vitality. Second, they're harnessing the vibrant sonic fermentation of our collapse. They are literally using the energetic noise, the actual friction of our world tearing itself apart to power their designs. And ultimately, the goal is to ensure the absolute void remains forever unchecked. It's a cold, brilliant, and just deeply, deeply sorrowful machine. Even our confinement has evolved. We used to know the old gilded cages, right? They were static, unchanging. You knew where the walls were, you knew your limits. But the shattered mind has imposed something far worse, the synchronized cage. This is a profoundly suffocating invention. It's an expanding, contracting, rhythmic engine. It actually breathes with us. It takes the vibrant energy of our soul's resilience and just turns it right back against us, creating this dynamic confinement that actually tightens the harder we push against it. Picture the architect of this doom standing right before us. Across their robes, you'll see these vibrant red runes. And they don't just glow with some dark magic. They beat. They beat in this agonizing, perfect rhythm that exactly matches the expanding and contracting bars of our synchronized cage. Every single breath of our confinement, every pulse of our suffering, it manifests right there on the architect's very form. We're tethered to them in this sick, rhythmic dance of captivity. And the tragedy of our environment deepens even further. You remember the surreal playhouse? It used to be this agonizing space defined by the slow, colorful death of logic. Well, that has shifted. It is now a permanent labyrinth. It's this twisting stage of impossible geometry and dead-end corridors that purely represents the shattered mind's will. The logic of the crucible, which we honestly believed might be a painful path to liberation, is no longer a way out. It's the very floor shifting beneath our feet. The rules are constantly changing, and there is simply no exit. Now, we have to confront the ultimate tragedy of the new order. the weaponization of the spark. They don't just want to crush our spirit. No, that would be way too simple. Instead, they take our unextinguished spark, that savory little ember of resilience that makes us who we are, and they transform it into actual fuel for the void. Our desperate hope, our will to survive, has literally become the machinery of our negation. They've figured out how to weaponize our loss of meaning against us. Because of this weaponization, even the darkest rituals of our captors have been completely stripped of their original meaning. Take the architect's perpetual grave dance, for example. It's completely warped now. It used to hold its own twisted significance. But today, it's just a submissive performance. It's executed solely to ensure the void remains absolute, and it's specifically designed to feed the infinite hunger of the all-consuming maw. Every single action in this new reality serves one master, and one master only, nothingness. Witnessing all of this brings me to a truly horrifying realization. The cynical test, the trial we all thought we were enduring, has been fundamentally altered. We used to believe our challenge was just surviving a meaningless miracle, but the miracle itself has been recaptured. The system has adapted to our survival. We are now trapped in a paradigm where the very concept of the miraculous is owned, operated, and actively deployed by the very architects of our erasure. And so, my fellow captive souls, as we wrap up this explainer, I have to leave you with a deeply chilling question. How exactly do we survive a miracle that's been successfully recaptured and weaponized by an order that dances to the music of its own destruction? Think about it. If our very resilience is the exact thing fueling the synchronized bars of our cage, what is our next move? I urge you to ponder this deeply. Until the shadows shift and we can speak again, keep your spark guarded.